Hey everyone, welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie.
And I'm Jack.
And I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a good day though. Well, welcome everyone. For those of you that might be new to our channel, we are Freedom Homestead and we're in South Central Kentucky. We live on just a small area of property, but
We're on an acre.
we have chickens, we have a large garden. We try to garden as much as possible. We try to grow as much as possible. We have homeschooled our children for the last 6
years.
6 years. And
We got one graduated.
one just graduated, so now we have our son has started high school, so we're going to get him through his high school years.
Hopefully.
And so, I mean, yeah, we just kind of, we try to post videos of our life, how we do projects around the property. She does a lot of cooking and canning and food preservation and that sort of stuff. Grocery hauls, how to save money, raising a family on a budget. You know, things that we do that maybe will help others.
We really need to work on our elevator pitch. Do you know what an elevator pitch is?
No, you need to work on that because I don't know what that means.
An elevator pitch is if you were to describe your business to someone
That's called a mission statement.
while you're in an elevator.
It's
Like
called
that-
it's called a mission statement.
It takes that much time
Yeah.
from one floor to the next. Anyway.
Anyway,
So-
that's what we do.
Yeah. Yep. So, do we raise pigs? No, we don't raise pigs.
No, the only
Yet.
we have chickens. We do not have the property to have pigs.
No.
We don't
Not
have.
yet.
No, we don't have the means space wise for pigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We live next to a huge goat farm. They're not our goats.
Nope.
But if we ever needed goat meat, they can
Mm-hmm.
process it and everything for us.
Yeah, we live in a really great community where if there's something that we can't raise ourselves, we have the resources
Yeah.
where we can acquire those things either by purchasing it or bartering for it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so welcome to Freedom
Yeah.
Homestead. We've had a phenomenal weekend, which we're going to talk about.
Yep.
So a lot of you guys know that we went to the Heartland. It's the old-fashioned Heartland Homestead picnic,
Yep.
and that is in Grand Rivers, Kentucky, at Land Between the Lakes, and we got to go. It's the first
Well,
get-together we got to go to this year, and we had a great time. It
well,
was short.
we had a very short but good time.
Yeah.
We got there probably an hour after it started.
Yeah, we got there late, and it was my
So
fault.
we got there a little late, and then, you know, they had tons of food, amazing food.
Yep.
And
It was a
so
venison
everybody ate.
cook-off.
Everybody ate. And then after we got done eating, they began to give out door prizes and give things away. A lot of people had brought stuff to
Thank
to
you,
give
Nathan.
away, but then the huge thunderstorm came.
Yep.
And I don't think there really was a contingency plan for that. Once the storm came, everybody kind of scattered. So we headed back home. Now, I will say this. I think if most people really, most of the fellowship went on, I think because everybody was staying at the same hotel. And so the people that came there to spend the weekend, the night before the picnic, and then that whole afternoon and evening after it stormed, everybody just went back to the hotel. And there were so many there, they all just continued the fellowship. We
We
just
left.
drive in and drive out. So
Yeah.
I think we missed out on a lot of that, really
Yeah.
getting to spend
But that's
time with some
okay.
people.
We know for next time.
Yeah.
But it was still a good time, and we got to see some old friends, and we got to make some new friends.
Yeah. And we seen some people that I wanted to talk to, but then the storms came
Yes.
and we all had to scatter, and I never really got to get to know them.
Yeah, and Nathan, Jack, and I both said, I said,
Is
I think
Nathan with us?
he is.
Oh,
I said, I
okay.
think I probably said 3 words to Nathan.
I know,
and he was like, me too.
He came up and said hi, and then I was like, I'm going to have to catch up with him later. And then, you know, I think we were only there 2 or 3 hours, to be honest with you. So,
Yep.
but I hated not being able to spend time with everybody.
Yeah. But like we said, the time that we were there was nice. We came home with some goodies. I did not catch who made it. Okay, if you've not been to the picnic, when you go in and you sign in, you get tickets. Everybody gets a ticket because there is a giveaway afterward. And so if your ticket gets drawn, you win something. Well, one of the things we won is these little, these crocheted like scrubber things that someone crocheted while we were there. And we won them, and I missed who made them, but I've been using one of them today, and it's awesome. It's great.
Cool. Someone asked if we'd ever considered raising rabbits. Who was that? Vicky? Vicky?
Yes.
Yes, we have considered raising rabbits, and that is something that I think we probably will do. We actually have some rabbit cages.
We do.
So we already have some.
They're waiting in the wings.
We already have some material to do that.
Yeah.
And of course, on our little 1 acre land, rabbits are very doable.
Yes,
So
they
I think
are.
that's something that we may try.
It's something, yeah. We're just trying to figure out like the timeline of how we want to do things. We said first we were going to get laying chickens, and then once we felt like we had the hang of it, we would move on to the next thing. So I'm not sure if we want to do rabbits next or if we want to do meat chickens next, because I know the benefit of rabbits is the manure and that it is a quick, sustainable meat source. Okay. But I also know we eat a lot of chicken. So it would be, I don't know. So for those of you who have experience doing both, what would you recommend being the next step?
Nathan says quail.
Quail.
Quail, the superior critter.
And they're so cute.
That was my first question I asked him. Did you bring quail this year?
Yeah.
Somebody asked what state we're in. We're in Kentucky.
Somebody else asked how big is our farm. We are on 1 acre.
1 acre. They missed the first minute of our video.
Yeah.
If you're new to our channel, go back and watch the first minute of our video. We kind of did a little welcome and intro and kind of talked a little bit about who we are and what we do and where we're at.
Yep.
Our elevator pitch.
Yep. So basically,
statement.
chickens, gardening, frugal living, home preservation. No, not home preservation.
Preparedness,
and homeschooling family, and faith.
And faith.
And freedom.
Yeah. Freedom. We picked Freedom Homestead as our name because we are huge supporters. We're very, I guess, patriotic.
We're constitutionalists.
Yes, I have a big background in studying Constitution and Founding Fathers, so I have a big love for our country and how it was set up. Again, that's part of just kind of our faith, freedom, and family type motto.
Yeah, we've got some folks coming in that were at the picnic.
Yeah.
So, hey, Sabrina.
And we met several new people too.
Yes.
Again, I wish we had more time to spend with them. There was a family from Joplin, Missouri. It was that the
Morris Patch?
Morris Patch Homestead was new. We had never met them.
Stringfield.
And I mean, Stringfield Ridge, and I mean, they helped put on a really nice gathering, and I think they had.
It seemed like the turnout was a little bit bigger than last year. Am I wrong?
I want to say maybe there was more people this year than last year.
It seemed like it. Yeah.
I mean, I've slept since then. A year's gone by. But yeah, they had a good turnout.
Yeah, I agree.
Searching Sabrina is here. Strong enough to bend.
Vicky said, have you considered ducks or do you have enough water for them? No, we do not. And no, we have not.
Yeah, we don't have water. We have no water sources on our property.
Hey, Kathy.
And I don't think we really, right now, we don't have a desire to do ducks right now.
No.
No.
About the same number of people, but different ones. Okay,
Okay,
well, that's
yeah.
still good.
Yeah, because I did notice there was a lot of new faces.
Hey, we got somebody from Barron County, Kentucky in the chats. Very cool. Hello, Todd.
Todd, yeah, hello there. You are very close to us.
Yep, we're not far from Barron County.
We are minutes away from you. I'll put it that way.
Well, just give them our address, why don't you? No,
Well, we're not in Barron County.
I know. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I raised ducks. Skip the ducks. Yeah, I've heard that ducks are very messy. That they're very, very messy. But I don't think where we live, I don't think we would make ducks happy. And I wouldn't want to have like a pool and all that stuff.
Now, Kathy from North Star Prepstetter just said, cute shirt, Tangy.
Oh, well, thank you.
You need to tell them about that.
Yes, well, our friend Rose's Liberty sent Jack and I a couple of shirts. And here's what's cool about these shirts. I don't remember the name of the company that makes them, but these are Made in America shirts. No, does it? On the tag. They're made in America.
Authentically American.
Authentically American. They are made in America, and part of their proceeds go to help support veterans.
Yes.
And it seems like there's something else too. But anyway.
And we are a huge supporter of our veterans.
Yes. So this
military,
was like the
law
perfect
enforcement.
shirts. But yeah, we love him. He got an army green one, and then I got the. So
Yeah,
we
I'm
love our shirts.
I'm wearing my Homesteaders of America shirt right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're having their online conference coming up next month, aren't they?
Yes.
Soon.
Yes, Homesteaders of America, as you all know, they had to cancel the.
Rose's Liberty's on here.
Yeah, they had to cancel the in-person conference because of the COVID, but they are doing online. So we will grab that information and throw it down in the description later on, so y'all can check it out. But there's gonna be so many amazing speakers.
HOA is very near and dear to us because when we started homesteading and you started homeschooling, Amy was one of the ones that you started collaborate,
Well, she was one of my first virtual assistant gigs.
Yeah, and you hooked up with her early on, and then the first 2 years that they held the conference, you were all into homesteading. I really wasn't into it that much. To be honest with you, it was her thing.
Yeah.
I have an outside job, and I do my own thing. And then I went to the conference with her because she was the vendor coordinator and had to set up a bunch of stuff. So me and the kids, we volunteered to help park cars and greet people.
And you got converted.
Wow, I came back home. And I had all these plans to expand the homestead.
Here's what's funny. The very first homesteading conference that I ever went to was Patera, Appalachian Homestead, her very first conference. So that was the first one that I ever went to. And I went with a friend. And when we were leaving, Jack said, now don't come back wanting to do all the things.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
don't you get any ideas?
Too late. So we go, we have an amazing time, and of course I come back.
There's Morris Patch of Heaven. I miss them, but they are here. I'm so glad we met y'all this past weekend.
So anyway, so then he goes to HOA with me, and then he comes back wanting to do all the things.
Well.
Hey, Carol.
And after 2 years of doing that also really encouraged us to get out of the booming subdivision that was growing around us.
Well, we already wanted to, but that just kind of lit a fire.
Well, it lit a fire for when we moved. When we knew we wanted to move, but because of homesteading and meeting homesteaders and going to the conferences and all the people that now were new in our life, our mindset was, we want some land where we can do this and
where
this and this.
Where you can be more sustainable, yeah.
And we really wanted more acreage. But when you saw this house,
the Lord was in it.
Yeah, she said, this is just,
this is the house. Yeah, it's, and where we are, we will be able to
do most of what we want to do.
Do most of what we want to do, and even though we don't have as much land as we did in the subdivision, we don't have the neighbors around us 360 degrees.
No,
so we can
and-
do more than we could there.
And like you said at the beginning of our video, of our live show tonight, the community we're around, we're surrounded by farmland. So even though our homestead, our small little farm, we don't have a farm, we got less than 5 acres, but at our property boundary is farmland as far as you can see. So as far as you can see all around us back here, it's all farm. It's all cattle's, soybeans, hay, stuff like that. So it's just a beautiful setting, and we also live kind of in the middle of an Amish community. There's Amish all around here. So if we're struggling with, you know, some of our gardens doing great, but some of it is just not producing as much, we can run down to some of our Amish neighbors, and they sell the produce, and they can hook us up with, you know, and kind of give us what we need, instead of us having to go purchase the store-bought, the sprayed, the
Right.
stuff that don't taste as well. I'll put it that way.
Right. Yeah. I will say, I don't know, something in my mind has shifted as far as our food. And even though I'm still really busy with work, I don't know. I'm all about the whole foods right now, and just trying to do better. And I like the idea of local. I like being able to ask the farmer, what did you feed them? What did you spray on this? And we can, like he said, we can absolutely do that with our Amish community. In fact, my favorite Amish couple that live up the road that I purchased my vegetables from, her name is Rebecca. I always talk to her. Her husband's always working on the farm, but you know, I'll ask, we'll talk about canning, we'll talk about gardening, and then I'll ask, like, do you all spray? And she'll tell me if they spray or not. And anyway, I love it. I love that community. And anyway, I love where we are. It would really take something amazing for us to move. Like, it would have to be something really, really, really great. So if we ever announce to y'all that we're selling and we've moved a place, then
it's because we
hold
have
on to
found
your
a lot.
hats, 'cause it's gonna be amazing.
It's because we have found a lot more land, is what it is.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's no reason for us to move.
no, we love where we're at. Okay, so
I'm catching up on
Okay.
comments. A lot of people that was at the picnic this past weekend is on here. So hi to all of you guys, and so sorry that we didn't get a chance to. We wanted to spend so much time with everybody.
we just, as soon as it started raining, we
Thank you
packed
guys
up
for
and
being
everything.
so encouraging. Hello from Kentucky.
Yay.
Well, we're from Kentucky too, so I'm glad we got
Yeah.
more Kentucky people nearby watching. I saw something a minute ago, and I have lost the.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was going to respond to a comment, and now I can't find it. So.
Carol said, thanks for bringing my cut back to me. Yeah, Carol, Kentucky Faith Haven Farm, her and her husband, we adore them, and they left, and then I went back to our table because we were sitting at the same table, and I saw that she had left her really cute, fancy water bottle, and I was like, oh no! So contacted her, and we were able to meet up with them and get that done. But I wanted to talk about yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, you guys saw the video. We had some friends come to the house.
And they're on here.
They are, and we had such a nice time. We just love them to pieces.
I'm really glad they came.
Me too. They didn't have to, because it was quite a drive.
And now that we know that
What'd you do?
it's really not that far. I mean, compared to driving. I mean, when we go to Homesteaders of America, that's nearly a 10-hour drive for us.
Yes.
So to know that, you know, we could go visit them in just 4 hours or so would be really nice. She's got the dog.
Well, she's over here like scratching on me and biting my hand. So like she needs me.
She has to say
Hey,
hi.
there's Tasman is back.
But yeah, so Southern Blessed Homestead, Mac and Patty, they got to come and spend most of the day,
Yeah.
or at least the whole afternoon with us.
Yes, it was awesome.
We got to feed them and have a meal
Hey,
with
Connie.
them, and just got to go outside and kind of show them our setup, and we just got to hang out.
Yeah. Oh, I guess as Max said, Patty is sitting here watching while holding our grandson. They got a new grandbaby, so you gotta do all the squeezing and loving while they're little. But yeah, we had such a great time, and glad that they came out. Somebody said, "Are y'all like in Logan County?" No.
No. Who said that?
Getting started, I think, bub. Yeah, I didn't even get to say hi to him. I saw you like walk past me 2 times, and I'm like, and then either someone would come up to me, or then I would get pulled away or something. So sorry I didn't say hi.
I think
The blooper reel was hilarious.
the blooper reel.
I
Yeah.
know. He had me so messed up I couldn't remember my own timeline. Oh my goodness. Hey VW Family Farm, what's up?
It looks like we were putting them to work in the garden.
Yep. Listen, I have to say, a true friend will stand out there and pull weeds with you without being asked. Because that's exactly, me and Patty were just talking, and then I reached down and I was like pulling up some weeds, and I looked over and she was pulling weeds. And at first I thought, I need to tell her she doesn't need to do that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no. If she wants to pull weeds, I'm gonna let her.
Nathan says every time I squeeze my new granddaughter, she needs a diaper change.
Oh my goodness. See, sitting here
that's
with a
true
bowl
love
of
right
cheese,
there.
grits, and scrambled eggs. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. Let's see. Yeah, VW Family Farm. We talked about you a lot. Who was I talking? Was it Patty? Patty, were you the one?
I think it was
Yeah.
When they were here yesterday, we were talking about you guys.
them and some of their
Oh,
stuff.
we were just talking
there's
about.
Kathy at Living Miracle. Hey.
Well, we were talking about, what we've got going on, how we try to do certain things, and how there are certain channels we like to watch for good inspiration and good ideas. VW
Yeah, absolutely.
is one of those channels that
Yep.
is on our list. We really enjoy watching
Yes,
them.
we do, and I love their recipes. And actually, I don't know if it's Ben or Andrea or which one of you is, or if it's both of you, but they did a video on fire and ice pickles.
Oh, sorry.
And so I didn't have I think you used, was it the zesty bread and butter, Mrs. Wages? I just had bread and butter. So what I did was I did most of them just regular, and then the other ones I just added some red pepper flakes. And I'm like, maybe this will be close enough to the bread and butter. And that reminds me, I gotta tell y'all something. Okay, so
let me say it, Money Pit Homestead is on here with us now too.
Oh, hey, Money Pit.
So hi to Money Pit Homestead. They are very close to us as well.
Yes, and I had a wonderful time talking to their daughter Emily.
Yeah, now she has her own channel, right?
She does. Ivy Acres Homestead.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got Money Pit and then their daughter.
Yes. I can tell that Emily and I are very similar in our personalities. We both have the gift of gab and don't know a stranger. So it was really, I had a lot of fun talking to her, and I also had fun talking to Jessica and Joseph. They were really nice, getting to hang out with them and meeting all the kiddos. They were adorable.
But you were going to say something.
Okay, yes, I was going to say, it was the zesty. See, I didn't have the zesty, so it won't be the same, but maybe it'll be close. I don't know. Okay, but that reminds me, so after we left the picnic, there is a place in Cadiz, Kentucky. We went there last year, and we decided that we would hit it again because we liked it so much. But it's called Triplets Barbecue, and it's a little barbecue restaurant, but it's in a silo. It's not like a real silo, but the restaurant looks like a silo.
Mm-hmm.
So this time I ordered pulled barbecue tacos, which is something that I love. And when they brought it out, they brought out with it some jalapenos. And I could tell automatically about looking at them that these were not just regular jalapenos. So I kind of touched it, and I looked at the lady and I said, "Are these candied?" And she said, "Those are sweet pickled jalapenos." And so I ate one. It was amazing. And I said, they pickled these in bread and butter or brine. So I've got a bowl of jalapenos over there.
I'll show them this bowl.
And I am going to can those in bread and butter, the Mrs. Wage's bread and butter seasoning. I am so excited. So I ate all of what they brought, and
Check that out.
And then I asked them to bring some more.
We've got
and they did.
Tons of these. And yeah, so we were like, you know what? We've got the jalapeno. We've got a garden full of them out there, so we could probably pick another bowl of these.
Yeah.
And so
I'm gonna do that. I was wanting to do cowboy candy, but this is kind of sort of similar to cowboy candy.
Well, what is cool is so they sliced them up and pickled them, but so she had more brought to her. They brought her a bunch more since she asked about them, and I put some. I was eating a cheeseburger. I put some on my cheeseburger. And it was great. It tasted like you would put pickles on your cheeseburger, but it had that jalapeno heat. And I was like, this is good.
I didn't taste pickles at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, when I put it on my hamburger, it tasted like I had pickles on my burger now, but it had the jalapeno heat. So I was like, that's kind of cool. It's really weird when you bite into something like this and you taste pickle, though. That was kind of strange, but I think if we make a whole batch of this, it won't be weird.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to turn out really good.
It's weird when you bite into a food knowing what the food is, but if it's been prepared a different way and it tastes like something else.
To me, it just tasted like sweet and spicy jalapenos.
Didn't know.
But it was really good.
It tasted like
so,
pickles.
I'm going to make a batch of it.
That was
I'll let you know how it
Triplets
turns
Barbecue in Katie's, Kentucky.
Yes, and that's Cadiz, Kentucky is how you spell that. I don't what county is that in? I don't even know.
It's over by Land Between the Lakes.
We don't know either. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So it was they have good food, but those sweet pickled jalapenos were just the best. So good.
All right.
Well, thank you, Sabrina, for being here. Trigg County, thank you. Everybody's saying Trigg.
Have you ever made Piccadilly? I think Trigg County is where Katie is.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. No, I have never made Piccadilly. My mom used to make that all the time, but I have never made it. That's with green tomatoes, right? Like a green tomato relish. Let's see. I love them with brown sugar and bacon on my burger. Ooh, that sounds good.
Have we ever done pickled eggs?
No.
No.
I've never pickled meat. There are some things that I like to eat.
I'm not a fan of them.
But I've never made them.
I'm not a fan of pickled eggs. Now, maybe if we try some here, might be different.
I don't know.
But when you get them at a store, they're nasty.
Farm Girl.
I think they'd be different if we did them here.
Farm Girl in the Making has a post on her blog on it. What is it? It's spicy pickled quail eggs. And she pickles them with jalapenos.
I'm getting rid of this dog. Anybody need a dog? Anybody want a new dog? Come here.
Aww. Yep, see, Nathan said pickle some quail eggs, Jack. Well, hey, there's Farm on Route 66. There's a lot of people that are here. Let's see. Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm from North Carolina. Not a homesteader. I would love to be. We live in city limits of North Carolina. Whoops. I'm new to your channel. Go back. Michelle, I may have lost you.
Keep scrolling down.
Let's see. Big question for
clicked on
tonight.
something.
What to do with a large batch? I didn't mean to shush you. I was trying to read. A big question for tonight. What to do with a large batch of yellow pear tomatoes? Need help. Okay, so that's a good question. You can roast them, cut them in half, put them on a cookie sheet, drizzle some olive oil on them, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then roast them. And then you can put them in mason jars or in Ziploc bags and freeze them. And then toss them with pasta later.
Real quickly, I see good evening from I'm going to mispronounce your name. It's the Walterman.
Hey!
Waterman Homestead. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but we
Walter
saw y'all at the picnic.
Uh-huh.
I told Tangi, I said, I didn't even get a chance to talk to those guys.
Yep, I didn't either.
And they're, I mean, they were going around trying to meet everybody, and we were too. And then when the storms hit, we just didn't get that chance. But we did find them and subscribe to them, and we actually watched their video.
Yes, we did. We watched them
of them going to the picnic. Probably about 20 minutes before we went live.
Yep.
So.
Hey, Archer Mist.
And I have no idea where they're from.
Missouri.
They're from Missouri?
Right?
Okay.
Y'all are from Missouri?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're in the...
I don't think they're from Kentucky because in the video they crossed over into Kentucky.
Yeah, they're in the Heartland Homestead Facebook group, and I'm pretty sure I saw that they were from Missouri.
Okay.
Let's see. Depends on your taste. Are pickled eggs good? I don't know. I've never had the guts to eat one. Let's see. Thanks so much. Due to the snow, I harvested all of them. I appreciate your help. Oh my goodness.
Eva says our pickled eggs good. Man, that just depends on who you are. Some people would like them and some people would absolutely be disgusted by them. So all I can say is you got to try them and figure out if you like them or not.
Oh, they're from Indiana. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, they're from Indiana. Walterman Avenue. Avenue? What? Homestead. I'm going to bed. What?
Where does that come from?
I don't know.
That's funny.
I don't know. Mercy. Okay. Walterman, Homestead, not Avenue. I don't know why I said that.
Okay.
I'm going to bed. Okay.
That's funny.
Don't get started. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they're in Indiana. All right. Let's see. My grandma always had pickled eggs. I stayed away from them as a kid, but have no idea why. They don't sound good. They sound awful.
Waterman Avenue, street, lane, way, circle.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, mercy. I was going to say something and now I forgot what it was.
Oh, let me respond to something then.
Okay.
So, 3 or 4 days ago, we posted a video of the giant dead tree that we got taken out of our front yard. That's just a project here on our property that we were so grateful to finally get rid of. A lot of people were commenting, why aren't you cutting that wood up and saving it? Or you could chip it all up. You'd have a ton of wood chips. We definitely use wood chips a lot. But let me tell you, I don't have the equipment to do that. It was down. I had somebody willing to come move it for me, where guess what? I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to do anything to it. Yeah, that was a lot of wood. But if we wanted to cut it up and chip it up, I would have had to either rent equipment, buy equipment, find somebody with equipment. It would have cost us more money and time than what we have available. So a lot of people were kind of getting on me about just getting rid of all that wood, but it was a big dead tree. It was just a dangerous tree. I wanted it gone. People were willing to say, if you get it cut down, we'll get it gone for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just, if different time situation and we had the equipment, I absolutely would have used that wood.
Sure.
Most of it was just a big rotten tree is what it was.
We did save a little slice of it to do something.
One little slice, yeah. That somebody else had already cut for us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, people are starting talking about deviled eggs, which is something that I love, and I don't know why you're talking about it, but I love them.
It's weird how conversations just kind of jump, chasing rabbits, I think. You know? But yeah, we like deviled eggs.
Oh my goodness. Yes, so much so. It's ridiculous. Okay.
Want a pepper?
No, thanks. No, and don't you eat that. Okay. Cute. Don't. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to eat it. Don't.
There's the red one.
Okay. Happy and Harn said, our hens have taken an egg-laying vacation. Any tips?
Really?
I don't have
How
any.
old are they?
How old are they?
That could be,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes they get old enough, they,
Ooh. Deviled quail eggs would be dangerous because they're so small that you could eat like 1,000,000 of them. And then like, it seemed like you would be able to go overboard very easily. I'll tell you what's good is
what's good?
Scotch eggs. We like Scotch eggs.
Oh, somebody asked it, are they molting? Maybe if they're molting,
Molting season.
that may be.
Okay, if you guys watched our video, then y'all saw that Mac said that looks like a rooster.
Yeah.
And do you know, I never noticed the red wattles. I don't know if they just formed or if I just had not been paying attention. But then when he pointed it out, there's two that have an obvious comb and then they have the wattles and the rest of them don't. So we might actually have two roosters.
Well, there's two that have the.
Yeah. And they
that
both
part.
have the comb too.
Well, all of them have a little one.
No, but these two have, they're very red, prominent cones.
Yeah.
Cones? I'm going to bed.
So
Combs.
anyway, the one that we were talking about and that our son was holding, it's actually the most docile, friendliest of all the chickens we have.
Mm-hmm.
When I go out to the chicken coop, it's the first one that runs to me and lets me start petting it.
Yeah.
But I've also noticed that wherever it goes, the others want to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be the rooster then. I'm pretty sure that.
It might. Spurs, I've not noticed spurs.
Well,
You?
they all have, it looks like they all have spurs.
Really?
Yeah.
Off the,
Yeah, I've noticed that.
okay. Do I have a recipe for Scotch eggs? I do. Somewhere on my channel. I think it's like from the first year that we were on YouTube. I think I've got a Scotch egg video.
Cedar Ridge Farm.
And I actually did like a
Oh,
low carb version of that.
Cedar Ridge Farm is asking, oh well, Cedar Ridge Farm, the farmhouse pantry, do you have a recipe for Scotch eggs?
I was in the middle of answering that.
Oh, I'm sorry. when I start reading, I have to tune her out for a minute or I can't read. I'm one of those squirrel. Sorry about that.
Go to bed. Anyway, yeah, so it's like the first year, I think, when we were doing YouTube, except I did like a low carb version. I didn't roll it in the breadcrumbs and everything. But I do give the history of Scotch eggs, I believe, on that video.
Oh, Scotch eggs are the best.
We love them.
Ooh, okay, Nathan, Scotch quail eggs.
That would be so much easier to make than with chicken eggs.
Let's see, I love scotched eggs. Use quail eggs there. Man,
Yeah,
that would be
bite
awesome.
size. That would be like
Again,
a great hors d'oeuvre.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Rooster spurs start the same size as the hen, but get much larger. Well, if
Yep. Our chickens are about 5 months old now. They're not laying yet.
yeah,
We hope it'll be soon. Sorry about that.
What's it, June?
But yeah.
No, not 5. They're about almost 4 months old.
When was it? This was probably
June.
Was it 4 or 5 years ago? One of my Caven brothers. If y'all don't know, I explore and study and work in caves. And so one of my good cave friends, we were hanging out one day and we decided to run down to Nashville. And we went to a Scottish restaurant and they had Scotch eggs as an appetizer. And we both looked at each other and was like, what is that? And the guy told us what it was, and we're like, yeah, bring us some of those. And they were so good. I'm riding with him. He probably drove 90 to get back home because we were like, you've got to figure out how to make these. And so we went to the store. Was it that same day or was it?
Same day.
Same day. We ran to we drove very fast to the grocery and bought all the ingredients, came back home. You made some. We tried them. Was like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah, and they were like, it was
got-
like the crust
gotta-
was thicker.
You got to do this.
It was
It
like
had a little more of
crispier.
this, and it had more breadcrumbs, and
This was before Pinterest, by the way.
Yes.
This is pre-Pinterest.
This was-
So I had nothing to look up.
this may have been 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, this may have been longer than I thought, but anyway, by the end of the day, she had it. She had. I mean, just by going
I think
off
it
of
took
what we
like
were telling
three different,
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for?
3 different tries making them.
No, there's a technical word for it. I'll think of it in a minute.
But I mean, she's going off by what we're just telling her. We should have took. Well, we looked up pictures of it, but anyway, by the end of the day, we had perfect Scotch eggs. You were making perfect Scotch eggs, and then what was it? The next year, our kids were like, "What do you want for your birthday meal?" And our son was like, "I want Scotch eggs." And
Yeah.
yeah, so we really like them.
Prototype. That was what I was
3
thinking.
different prototypes.
Yeah.
It's like Edison making a light bulb.
Yeah. People are helping me. Occasions, trials, attempts. No, prototype. Oh me. But yeah. So
Words are so hard sometimes.
they are. It's been longer
It's,
than that.
it's words.
It's been like 10 years ago.
Was that 10 years ago?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah, it was when we lived in the house that we built.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, it's been 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it seems like it was just yesterday.
Yeah. Let's see. In years past, my chickens free range, pay eggs, and hatch them out. I got where I had a lot of roosters, thinking all those years it was only one fight, but they did defeather the chickens. Oh, mercy.
Cheryl says, those are not roosters. My hens have those.
Really?
I've watched some videos.
I guess we won't know until they
No,
start crowing.
I've watched other videos with chickens,
Uh-huh.
and they had the combs, big combs, and everything, and those were hen. Well, my dad, his chickens that lay eggs have huge combs.
Listen.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, our friend got barred rocks the same time we did, and he said his roosters are very prominent. They're very light. They have really big combs,
Well,
and yeah.
you know, they try to sex them and then ship them to, you know, who's ordering what, and our buddy, he ordered some with us, and he did order a rooster, and they put a dot on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put a dark mark on the rooster's head, like I don't know what they did, a little paint mark or Sharpie mark or something, but anyway, the rooster was marked as the male.
Yeah.
None of ours were marked, but again, they could be wrong sometimes too when they're 1 day old.
Let's see. We haven't had any eggs from our hens yet. Yeah, we haven't got any yet, but I think we're close though. Like I can feel it in my bones. It's soon.
I think it will be soon. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yes, I wish it was now though, because we're out of eggs. It's time to go get groceries.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to make Scotch egg. I want to make a Scotch egg, but make the center 2 deviled egg halves. Ooh, that would be good. I don't know how you would do that, but that would be
I'm
good.
wanting to try those Scotch quail eggs now.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good, because then they would be small. They would be bite-sized. You could just pop them in your mouth instead of having to cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
Can you air
Well, they're
fry
rich. They're hard to
Scotch
eat.
eggs? Oh, I don't know.
They're belly bombs, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, Nathan said he likes to eat his Scotch quail eggs with spicy mustard.
I
like to dip mine in. I take ranch dressing and hot sauce and mix it together. And when I say hot sauce, I will always and forever mean Frank's Red.
Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, red hot sauce. Anyway, so yeah, ranch and Frank's and mix it together.
What is a Scotch egg? Somebody is late to this conversation.
It is a boiled egg that you encase in sausage, and then you dredge it in breadcrumbs, and then you you can fry it or you can bake it, but the goal is that you want to have like a crispy kind of coating.
Yes.
But
It's very good.
I like it without the breading though.
Look up
just the
photos
sausage
of
and
them.
the egg.
Look up photos of them.
Yeah,
They're
it's
awesome.
really good. But I will say this, that to prevent having a really gray yolk, now when I boil my eggs, and I'm talking about chicken eggs.
Thank you, Kathy. Kathy just posted a link to your Scotch egg video.
you. Yes.
So,
But yeah, whenever, when I boil the eggs, I bring the eggs to a boil, and then I time them for 10 minutes, and then as soon as 10 minutes is up, take them off the heat, drain the hot water off, and then pour cold water on them. That's how I normally boil eggs. But when I'm gonna make Scotch eggs, I usually...
thank you, Michelle. She's got to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you for being here.
Yep.
I will stop it like at 8 minutes, just so it doesn't cook as long, and then because when you cook it with the sausage, you're gonna heat the core again. So anyway, that's just a
You
tip.
know, it's weird. I mean, we got to talking about deviled eggs and Scotch eggs, and we
Cedar Ridge
went
Ivory.
from a homesteader's picnic to visiting with Southern Blessed, and then someone mentioned eggs, and
Yeah,
we're
all the ways you can fix eggs.
yeah, we just can't get enough of that.
All right, let me ask y'all this.
Good thing they
Do
didn't
you
mention
like-
bacon.
Uh-oh.
Bacon
All right,
covered Scotch eggs.
Let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all like your yolks runny?
Slightly,
Love runny yolks.
not runny, but I like them slightly.
It depends on how I'm eating it.
Slightly.
If it's
I used to hate. I could not stand it if they did not fully cook that egg, and now I like it right on the border.
Shakima, what's
Right
up,
on the
girl?
border.
Not snotty, but runny. Same. Snotty eggs are disgusting, but runny definitely. No, my favorite is when I make a breakfast burger. I like my yolk to be like not super runny, but like cooked just enough that it's still runny but thick. And then it makes the most amazing. Now, and if you don't know what a breakfast burger is, it is your hamburger patty with a fried egg and bacon. And then you can do the cheese and caramelized onions and whatever else that you like. But yeah, I love breakfast burgers.
Yeah. I'm kind of like Money Pit. Not all the time, but every now and then, I like them.
I like them. I like them.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
The
gotta-
white done, but the yolk's yummy.
not every
and thick.
single time, but occasionally, I'm in the mood for that.
Yeah. Poached eggs. Do you know poached eggs is something that I have never attempted? I have never tried to poach eggs. You know what that means?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, over toast. Yeah, if it's on something, I really like it to be runny.
Yep.
The dip toast in it, that's good.
Did we finish talking about the online conference for HOA? You were going to talk about that, weren't you?
I mean, it's happening, and there's going to be some amazing speakers, and if you can do it, you should.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Because we had started talking about that and how it really got us just hooked. It got me hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the conferences and meeting everybody.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of eggs and running
Oh my
and all this
gosh, I
stuff.
thought we were done with eggs.
No, listen. I don't know how many of y'all have ever watched the movie The Never-Ending Story.
Oh my gosh.
I love that
Everything's
movie.
a movie.
No,
Every
listen.
subject's a movie with her.
No, it's not. But let me finish. So I was watching it the other day, and there was something that I had just never noticed. But y'all, you remember like back in the 80s, and I'm sure probably before then, but people that were like really health conscious would drink raw eggs. Well, there's a scene, it's like toward the beginning of the movie.
Hurry up with this.
There's a scene.
Why are you still watching The Never-Ending Story?
Because I love that movie. Anyway, there's a scene toward the beginning of the movie where the little boy comes down and for breakfast, and his dad is in the background making himself a raw egg smoothie. I noticed that the other day. I was like, that's really gross. But anyway, I just can't imagine drinking raw eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is The Never-Ending Story, talking about eggs. Well,
Yes, it is the big white. Yes, the big white.
Yeah,
flying
it's
dog.
that
Yeah, that's
goofy-
Falcor.
Goofy movie.
Yes, I love that's such a good movie. It's classic. It's a classic.
All right, let's talk more about real stuff.
It is a real stuff. It's real stuff. Let's see. Yes, see, Mandy said it was her favorite all time as a kid. Let's see. For it being called the never-ending story, it sure doesn't last long. That's true too. That's true too.
Good.
Stop. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, hey, Miss Emily, how are you? Glad that you're here. All right, so it is time to start. Well, it's probably actually past time to start putting in the fall garden. But since Patty helped me clean out the beds.
Actually, it's just time for us because the season hasn't changed yet.
No, but I also know that there's only so many days before we get a frost, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's true. And I have started prepping part of the garden. We need to go over it again a couple times.
Yeah, if it'll dry up long enough.
Yeah, we got a ton of rain over the weekend.
Yeah.
So if that dries up, it won't take long for us to at least about half the garden just needs to be re-tilled and it's empty. It's ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of the garden has really grown up and is going to take a whole bunch. It's going to take all day of working in there trying to get everything weeded, all the grass that's grown up. We need a new batch of wood chips to put around everything. We need more cardboard.
Yeah. Have we ever canned homegrown? Oh, greens. I read that as green beans. Greens? No, I have never. I like to blanch mine and put them in the freezer, but I have never tried to can greens.
You did some canning today.
I did.
I mean, we
canned some
didn't
banana peppers.
We didn't
today.
film it, but she canned a bunch of banana peppers. We had this big bowl of jalapenos, but you had another big bowl,
It was a bigger bowl.
a bigger bowl full of banana peppers.
Yeah, I got 3 quarts of banana peppers canned today. But
They're not back there.
if you want to know how I do that, I have a video on how I can jalapenos. I use the exact same brine. Exact same
Is that the
recipe.
video that we did together?
Yes.
At our old house?
Yes, and I was a lot thinner and my hair was longer and darker.
And I burned my hand really bad.
You did because you were goofy.
I grabbed one of the hot jars
Yeah.
because I'm goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wanted to for fun. So it's so much fun.
You just weren't thinking
This
about
would be
it.
great for a video.
He grabbed the jar right straight out of the oven. Yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turnip greens,
What
oh,
would have been bad is if I had a minute later grabbed another one. So I learned my lesson
no, but then I
the
grabbed it.
first time.
After you did it, then I did it. Yeah, it was really dumb. Hey,
So anyway.
Jennifer.
So that's 2 or 3 year old video as well.
Let's see. Celebrate. Ah, thank you.
We have awesome
Central
moderators,
Maine.
by the way. I
Yes,
know we
we
say that
do.
every week, but we need to say that every week. We have amazing moderators that take care of trolls and
Yep.
just help us with everything.
Sweet potatoes. Oh, they had some splits from all the rain. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, I would love to try to grow sweet potatoes. I think next year we are going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do the Ruth Stout method or if I'm going to just try to grow them in the ground, but I want to grow potatoes, like a row of potatoes.
Do you?
Yes. Because we try to grow them in containers. They did absolutely nothing.
But we don't think it was because of the containers.
No, we think it's because of the potatoes. Because
Yeah.
Little Acres Homestead bought the potatoes and then gave some to us.
And they had the exact same.
They had the exact
thing
same
that
problem,
we had.
like no potatoes at
Yeah.
all. So yeah, and even like the leaves, it was the plant was dying back and everything, and there was there were a few like small potatoes, but just a few, and
Yeah.
so anyway.
So, I mean, that's what we got. That's what they got. It come from the same batch, so we think
Mm-hmm.
it was just because of that.
Yep. Yep. So no potatoes for us this year, but it was exciting to
Yeah.
try, and definitely we'll just do a different method next year, and maybe try maybe a different variety of potato or something.
And Did any of you guys try anything this year that was new to you? Did you try growing something that, that you've been wanting to try, and this year was something new?
Yeah.
Because we try every year to do something different.
Yeah.
This year we tried potatoes.
Yep. That's how you learn.
I know we tried something. What else did we try new this year?
This year,
We tried potatoes this year.
broccoli rabe.
Broccoli
was new.
rabe.
We tried
Of course, we've got more strawberry plants.
the spaghetti squash, which I actually have one spaghetti
Yes.
squash, but I am very proud of that one spaghetti squash.
Yeah, and we will probably try to do more of those next year.
Yes, we'll do more of those, and I would like to do it like other winter squashes, like butternut, maybe some acorn squash.
Mandy tried celery for the first time.
Really, I don't know that if celery would do good here. I mean, it probably would, but I think
Yeah.
we're probably too hot.
I
would
really don't like celery, so I would not want us to grow it.
You can grow some just to have like in the freezer for when I do stock, because you don't eat it; it's just in the stock or whatever.
Yeah. Spaghetti squash, potatoes were new for us. I'm trying to think of something else we tried.
We also tried doing the watermelon wall, which did not work. We also tried to do the cantaloupe in the pot, and that did not work.
But what did work this year for us was our herb garden.
The herb garden has done great. I'm still harvesting. I harvested today.
Our herb garden is doing great.
Yep, I harvested lemon balm, parsley, thyme, oregano, basil,
The basil's doing really good.
and a little bit of the chocolate mint. Y'all know what? Y'all know how I bought that chocolate mint and then I put it in my herb bed, and then everybody's like, get it out of there, it's gonna take over. So then I put it in a pot. It's like stunted its growth. It's not flourishing. It's just there.
Loofah, Cedar Ridge Farm. We grew loofah gourds.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Also grew greasy beans.
Huh. Heather said that she grows celery in Arizona, so we should be able to too. Well, maybe we can then.
Would
I just
someone
never
recommend
tried.
growing potatoes in a trash bag?
I've seen it grown in a trash can, but I've
Yeah.
never seen it grown in a trash
I
bag.
mean, yeah, and we were trying it. The containers we were using were those big plastic tubs.
Yeah.
Um,
Celery is the devil's vegetable.
yes, it
But
is.
I disagree. Ooh, purple tomatoes. Yum.
Planted bok choy.
Let's see. Oh, that's another thing. Our cabbage did really, really good this year.
Our cabbage did great.
And I'm probably going to go buy more starts from the nursery and just plant cabbage.
I think we
that
had
way.
one cabbage get eaten with worms, but the rest did great.
No. All of the cabbages got some worm damage.
No, but we had
But we
one.
lost one.
We lost one.
Because you burned it. Remember? With the torch thingy?
No, I mean I knew that. That was early on.
Yeah. Well, then.
But we had one.
We
had one that the worms bored into the center and took out.
Oh, I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
I mean, they got on all of them, but we were able to pick them off and take care, and the cabbage did great.
Yeah.
Our cabbage did wonderful.
Yeah. And we also tried the.
Was cabbage new for us this year?
No.
I didn't think so.
I've grown cabbage before. But no, this was the first year that we've done the cover.
Yeah,
And that didn't
which
work.
didn't work.
No. But someone said that they think that the worm eggs were in the soil, which is why it didn't work.
Okay, Rosa's
That's
Liberty
possible.
was asking, what do we do once we harvest the herbs? I think that's what she said.
Where?
Way back.
Let's see.
I don't know. We got a bunch of. She asked, what do we do when we harvest the herbs?
Oh, well, I if we don't eat them fresh, then I dry them.
There it
So-
is. What do you do with it once you harvest the herbs?
Okay. Yeah, I have. I don't know if you can see over the window. I've got some that are hanging to dry, but I also have a dehydrator. And so I'm like all of y'all, just trying to be more intentional with the way things have played out this year. trying to save, you know, preserve as much food as we can, and seeds. I hope y'all are saving your seeds. I'm sure you are.
Yep.
But I'll show you some of my jars.
Somebody's asking what camera we're using to film with. I'm using
These are fun.
an iPhone 11.
Let's see.
So we use our phones for pretty much all of our filming and 90% of our editing.
All right. So this is kind of how I'm saving some of these. I don't know if I will. This is my parsley, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave it like this. These I've actually dried in the dehydrator, but I left the leaves big, which I made vegetable soup on Sunday, and
I smell that from here.
And I used this
Smells
in it,
great.
and it looked really pretty. So I really like leaving them big like that.
Love to smell that.
And then, then you'll really
And then
love
we
the way
write
this
we
smells.
write on top which is which. So
Yeah,
we have them
now-
all labeled.
If I get more than one jar, then I'll probably vacuum seal the other ones. But as of right now, I'm in one jar so far. So this is sage. Smell that one. You smell it?
I smell it. I'm not a fan of that smell.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Sage, man.
That don't smell. That smells kind of like. I'll be honest with you. It smells like hay.
Okay. But now I won't leave the sage big like that when I use it. I'll probably either rub it like this or put it in like my chopper and chop it. I saved my oregano on the stems, so that way when I want to use it, I can just pull the leaves off.
Use sage for sausage. Yes. Yeah.
Do you like the way that smells?
That smells better.
It's oregano.
Yeah. It don't smell. The parsley smelled wonderful.
Yeah. And then, if I can get that on there. And then I'm also leaving my rosemary like this.
Here, leave that on.
Because when I use rosemary in like stews and stuff, I'm really not a fan of the rosemary texture. So that way I can just cook it in there and then pull it out when it's done.
I think the parsley smells the best out of all of those.
I love rosemary. I love the way it smells.
Now the basil smells the best. I
Yeah,
love the smell of
so-
basil.
You see that little twig?
Where's your basil at?
But I've got it's over there. But yeah, and then also if I want to use this, I can just pull it off and then put it into the
I
food.
don't know if they saw that up close or not.
But yeah, and that's the thing though, when you dry, even if you hang to dry, like I've got a bunch that it's hanging to dry, it will lose some of its aroma and flavor
Yeah.
than having
it makes
fresh.
the house smell wonderful though.
Yeah.
I come home from work, was it about 2 weeks ago, when you were drying a bunch of those herbs, and I mean I walk
Yeah.
in the house, I'm just like, oh, it smells wonderful. It smelled like you had walked into an old like country Amish gift store or something with all their herbs and everything.
Yes, I agree. Rosemary has the best smell. Let's see. I have tons of basil, sage, and parsley. Sage on red meat is amazing. 9 new things this year. Patty pan squash.
Wow.
We did that as well. Patty
Yep.
pan squash.
Banana peppers.
Banana peppers, purple murasaki peppers, anise or anise, as some people say. Sage, chamomile, Kajari melons, sunflowers, butternut squash. I really
Cool.
want to
Cool.
try Kajari melons.
Butternut squash would be pretty cool. too.
Yeah. I've grown chamomile before. Let's see. What does Kajari melon look and taste like? I think I heard that Kajari melon kind of tastes a little bit like a honeydew. That's what I've heard. But they're really pretty though. They almost look like a I don't know, like a gourd,
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks like a melon, but the print, the color looks kind of like a gourd, I think, in my opinion.
Good night.
Good night, 1870s.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the, what video did I watch today? The one that y'all just put out,
Man,
the pickles.
They do all amazing videos.
Pickles, and it seemed like there was another one that I watched, but I can't remember. Hey, Poor Valley Homestead.
Let me mention this before we sign off.
Is it
we
time?
we still got a few more minutes,
Oh, okay.
but some of you, we've been getting lots of requests to join the Freedom Homestead Friends Facebook page. And when you request to join, please answer the 2 questions. Because we just want to make sure you're legit, not a troll, not, and there's 2 questions. They're simple. Where did you hear about us, or how did you find out about Freedom Homestead? And do you agree to, not use bad language and profanity and, mess with people? And, but yeah, we've had a lot of requests, and we just ask that you answer those 2 questions first. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yep. That's so we know that you're not in there to cause trouble or
Yeah.
spam or whatever.
And then if you don't follow those, if you start messing with people,
we'll just kick you out.
we just take you off that group. Yeah.
Yep.
You're banned.
Oh my goodness.
But that's another good way for us to kind of share recipes, post kind of the canning stuff,
Yeah.
herbs. We'll do that back and forth, and it allows our community that we chat with a lot to share information beyond just our live chats.
Yeah.
So it's just another resource that we thought we'd throw out there, I guess.
Yep. All right, y'all. It is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and if you watched our video yesterday with Mac and Patty, y'all go watch that. We had a great visit with them. Can't say enough good things about them. And by the way, I mean, obviously if you're watching us, you're probably subscribed to our channel. But go to Southern Blessed Homestead and subscribe to their channel. Give them some love. You won't regret it. They have some good stuff. Their garden is always amazing. And Patty's always coming up with some cool stuff in the kitchen.
Yep.
But with that being said, if you watched that video yesterday or this morning, she has a sign-off tag, and I couldn't remember what it was. And the more I kept throwing out different versions of it, it got into her head, and then she couldn't remember what it was.
It's like
it was hilarious.
I'm so sure of myself until someone questions me, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's
funny.
not what my tag is that I made up.
Look, Mandy says, get it straight this time. Our daughter, who, our daughter got it right. She had to keep reminding us how it went.
Yeah, but we didn't listen to her.
No, she was telling us, and we still got it wrong.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right.
There they are. The bloopers are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I especially like how Mac went, blooper reel.
Bloopers.
Oh, that was great.
That was the segue. That was the perfect segue.
Yeah. Ooh, Vicky, I like that. I was taught that profanity was the attempt of a feeble mind to express itself forcefully. I like that.
Huh. I like that too. Yeah.
All right. So everyone, until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared.
There you go.
God bless.
Yeah, we got it right. Everybody have a great week. Thanks for watching. Ready? See y'all.